Good afternoon, guys. Today I'm going to read the subtitles of Denzel Washington Life Advice. His name is Wake Up Early Morning. So I'm going to start. I'm just going to click on the start button. Every morning you have two choices: continue to sleep with your dreams or wake up and chase them. Think about that for a moment. Every single morning you make a decision that sets the tone for your entire day. Do you hit snooze, roll over, and let time slip away? Or do you rise with purpose, ready to take control of your life? Most people struggle to wake up early because they don't see what's at stake. They tell themselves 5 more minutes won't hurt, but those 5 minutes turn into 10, then 20, and before they know, they are rushing through the morning, already feeling behind. That's not just a habit, it's a mindset. A mindset that keeps stop now waking up in the early, the mark of your bed, the pull of sleep, the comfort of staying under the covers is tempting, but here's the truth. The people who succeed in life don't let comfort dictate their actions. They wake up early not because it's easy, but because it gives them an advantage. Early mornings hold a special kind of power, a time for clarity, focus, and self-mastery. A time when the world is quiet and you can get ahead while everyone else is sleeping. Today I'm going to show you waking up early change your life, how to make it easier, and how to turn your morning into a powerful tool for success. Stay with me for the next few minutes and I guide you the habits and traits that will help you to wake up early, start your day right, and take charge of your future. Let's try. Number one, the magic of early morning. There is something almost missing about the early morning. The world is still asleep, the streets are quiet, and there is a calmness in the area that you can find any other time in the day. In those early hours in the morning, you have some time rare to just no distraction, no interruptions, just pure, uninterrupted time to think, plan, and set the tone for the day ahead. Most people don't realize that morning hold a hidden advantage. They see waking early as a choice, something they have to do rather than something they get to do. But look at it from different perspective. The early morning is the one time in the day where you are in complete control, no emails flooding in, no phone calls demanding your attention, no responsibility pulling you in different directions. It's a golden opportunity to start ahead while the rest of the world is still sleeping. Think about how most people start their days. They wake up late, grab their phone, scroll through notifications, then rush to get ready. They feel overwhelmed before the day has even begun. Compare that to someone who wakes up early, stretches, hydrates, plans their goals, maybe reads a book or exercise before the sun even rises. Who do you think is setting themselves to success? The answer is obvious. Waking up early doesn't just give you an extra hour in the day, it gives you control. It allows you to be proactive instead of reactive. Instead of waking up in the immediately feeling behind, wake up and move. You get to decide how your day, rather than letting circumstances for distraction decide for you. That's the difference between those who make progress and those who stay stuck in the same circle. And then that comes with the early morning. When you wake up early, your mind is fresh, undisturbed by the noise of the world. It's the perfect time for deep thinking, for coming up with ideas, for setting intentions that will shape the rest of your day. Many of the world's most successful people swear by early mornings, not just because they have more time to work, but because they know that the first few hours of the day are when their mind is at its sharpest. Whether it is writing, problem solving, or creative things, early morning is the best time to do it. Of course, waking up early alone isn't enough. You have to use the time wisely. Okay, there is an I'm just going to wait. I think it's going too fast. But when you do, the results are undeniable. Your days feel longer, more productive, and more intentional. You are not just going through the dungeons, you're living with purpose. If you never experienced the magical of early, you're missing out one of the life's greatest advantage. Try it for just a week. Wake up before the world, step outside, read in the fresh air, and take a moment to appreciate the silence. You'll feel it, the shift, the clarity, the control. And once you do, you will never want to go back. Number two, how do you use your mornings effectively? Waking up early is a great start, but what you do with those extra hours is what truly matters. It's not just about being awake, it is about being intentional. Many people wake up early only to waste their precious time scrolling through social media, lying in bed, or doing things that don't add value to their lives. That's not the goal. The goal is to use your morning to fuel your body, sharpen your mind, and set your stage for a productive and feeling flight. The most successful people in the world don't wake up early just for the sake of it. They have a plan. They wake up with purpose, following routines that make them stronger, sharper, and more prepared for the challenges. They understand that they first dictate the rest of life. If they start your day with clarity, the moment carries you forward. But if you start, the rest of the day follows suit. So how do you use your morning effectively? It starts with structuring, then wisely. I think of your morning as a part system. Second, speed your mind there, plan your day. If you can master these three areas, you will maximize your potential every morning. The first step is waking up your body. Your body is like a machine, and if you don't get it moving, it stays sluggish. The best way to start your day is with movements, whether it's stretching, yoga, a workout, or even just a brisk walk. Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest athletes of all times, followed a strict morning routine that included running before sunrise. He believes that training before the World Cup gave him an edge over his competitors. It's about starting strong, waking up your muscle and energizing your system before the day even begins. Even if you're not an athlete, you need movement. Exercise in the morning doesn't just wake up your body, it also wakes up your brain, improving focus, memory, and mental clarity. The second step is feeding your mind. What you consume in the morning influences your mindset for the rest of the day. If you start by watching negative news or mindlessly scrolling through social media, you're filling your mind with distraction and stress before the day has even started. Instead of choose to fool your mind with something that inflates you, take one of the richest and most successful investors in history, Buffett spent hours reading before he does anything else. He believes that learning is one of the you can make to yourself. You don't need to read for hours, but imagine how much smarter and more prepared are you if you dedicate every 15 minutes to read something insightful, whether it is a book or an article or audiobook. If reading isn't your thing, journaling is another powerful way to feed your mornings, your ideas, or even just your goals for the day. Brings clarity and focus. Thomas Edison, the famous inventor, kept detailed journals filled with his thoughts, ideas, and plans. His habit of writing down his ideas every morning helped him stay creative and organized. When you put your thoughts, they become real. They become something you can act on. That third and final step is planning your day with intention. Instead of jumping straight into work without direction, take a few minutes to decide what's truly important. What are your top priorities today? What must get done no matter what? Take Oprah Winfrey, one of the most influential media models in the world. Before she starts her day, she takes time to reflect and set her intention. She visualizes what she wants to do and adjusts her action accordingly. She doesn't just let the day happen, she takes charge of it. Having a plan helps you avoid distraction and stay focused. It's easy to get caught up in emails, random tasks, or other people's demands. But when you set your priorities in the morning, you ensure that you're working on the things that matter for you. Moving your body, feeding your mind, and planning your day is the key to an effective morning. It doesn't have to take hours. Even if you dedicate just only 60 minutes to these steps, you will notice a difference. The important thing is to be consistent. You won't feel the impact in just one day, but over weeks and months, these small morning habits will compound into something powerful. You become more focused, more productive, and more in control of your life. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, don't just let that time pass by. Move your body, feed your mind, set your plans, use your morning wisely, and they will reward you with success. Number three, the mindset of an early riser. Waking up early is not just a habit, it's a statement. A statement that says, I am in control of my time, I am in control of my life. It's easy to hit the snooze and to tell yourself that you get to wait for the perfect moment to start, but here is true. There is no perfect moment. The only moment you have is now. And if you want to achieve something great, you need to train your mind to take actions, not make excuses. The difference between those who rise early and those who don't isn't just the number of hours they sleep, it's their mindset. Early risers don't see waking up as inconvenience. They don't see it as a burden. They see an opportunity. They understand that getting up early is not about losing sleep. It's about gaining time. It's about taking control before the rest of the world dictates their day. Look at some of history's greatest thinkers and creators. None of them waited for the perfect condition. They built discipline and mastered their mornings. Okay, there is another. Uh, because they knew the importance of structure and self-mastery. Take Apple. Comfort Steve Jobs, for example. His morning, he would wake up look in the mirror, and today were the last day of my day will be. I will be happy with that. That one question helped him make decisions with clarity, cutting out distractions, and focusing only on what truly mattered. That's what waking up early is about. It's about taking control of your thoughts, your energy, and your actions. It's about making a conscious choice to live with purpose instead of just going through the emotions. But here's the challenge: your mind will fight you. It will tell you that it's true to stay in the bed, that those 5 minutes that you can always start next week. This is where most people fail. They listen to their feelings instead of their discipline. They wait to feel motivated instead of making decisions. The truest motivation is unreliable. Discipline is what changed lives. Look at someone like Jacob Wilk, a former Navy SEAL commander and leadership. He is known for his strict and for 30 because he believes that discipline is what separates winners from everyone else. He doesn't wake up early because it's fun. He wakes up early because it gives him an edge. He knows that the time most people, he's already ahead. He's already trained, already planned his day, already set himself up for success. That's the power of an early riser's mindset. But let's be real, this level of discipline doesn't happen overnight. It starts with small wins. The moment your alarm rings, your mind will give you two choices: hit snooze or rise up in the split seconds. You are either training yourself to be stronger or training yourself to stay the same. And every time you choose to get out, you reinforce the mindset of an early riser. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. And the strongest discipline starts in the morning. That's why military athletics and high achievers all emphasize a strong morning. They know that the way they start their day set the standard for the whole life. But being an early riser isn't just about work, it's about having time for yourself before the rest of the world demands you of you, carving out a space to reflect, to focus, to build yourself up. Take Maya Angelou, one of the greatest poets on all the time. She had a strict morning routine. She would wake up to a quiet place and write in solitude for hours before the world could enter. The quiet time in the morning, it was a foundation for her creativity and success. So what about you? What kind of life do you want to build? Do you want to stay stuck in the same routine, hitting snooze and rushing through your days? Or do you want to take control, wake up early, and start leading your life with intention? Here is the good news. You don't need to be a morning person to become early riser. No one is born that way. It's a habit that is built, trained, and strengthened. It starts with a single decision. Tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings, choose discipline over comfort. At first, will be difficult. Your mind will resist it. Your body will want to stay in bed. But if you push through the resistance, if you prove to yourself that you're stronger than your excuses, you will start to rewire your mindset. You will start to see mornings not as something to death, but something to own. And the moment you do that, everything changes. You stop living on autopilot and start leading your life with intention. You stop waiting for the perfect condition and start creating your own opportunities. You become the kind of person who doesn't just dream. You wake up early and make it happen. So ask yourself, who do I want to be? Someone who lives through their potential, or someone who rises early and takes control. The choice is yours. Train your mind to be strong, and soon enough, waking up early won't be a struggle. It will be a privilege. Number four, the power of solitude in the morning. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and constant demands, finding a moment of peace is rare. We wake up early notification emails and messages that pull us in different directions. Before we have even had a chance, there is a window of time where silence still exists. A time before the world wakes up, before the chaos begins. The time is the early morning. And in it lies one of the greatest advantages you can have. Solitude. Solitude in the morning isn't just about being alone. It's about creating a space for yourself. A space to think, to breathe, to reflect. When you wake up early, while the rest of the world is still sleeping, you enter a different kind of reality, a world where everything feels clearer, where your thoughts are cleared by the noise of the day, where you can focus what you truly matter. Many history greatest creators and leaders embrace early morning solitude as their secret weapon. Albert Einstein, for example, was known for his love of solitude. He often took long, quiet walks in the morning, allowing his mind to wander and explore new ideas. He once said, "The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulate the creative mind." Okay, there is another ad. I'm going to take a rest. His ability to think deeply, free from distraction, scientific breakthroughs in history is not surprised that someone of brilliant mid-history understood the value of silence. Solitude allows you to step away from the opinions and pressures of others and truly listen to yourself. What do you want? What are your priorities? What kind of life are you building? These are questions that can only be answered in stillness. In our modern world, solitude is often misunderstood. People associate being alone with loneliness, but they are not the same. Loneliness is a feeling of emptiness. Solitude is a choice, a tool for growth, a way to reconnect with yourself. Take Leonardo da Vinci, one of the most creative geniuses the world has ever seen. He understood that solitude was necessary for deep thinking and discovery. He once said, "If you are alone, you belong entirely to yourself. If you are accompanied by even one companion, you belong only half to self. In the early morning hours, you belong entirely to yourself. There are no distractions, no interruptions, just time to think, to learn, to create." But solitude in the morning isn't just for artists, scientists, or writers. It's for anyone who wants to take control of their life. Imagine waking up early before the demands of work, family, and responsibilities take over, and having time just for yourself, no rushing, no stress, just time to sit with your thoughts, to plan your day, to reflect on your goals. That kind of morning changes everything. Consider Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest basketball players of all the time. He was famous for his Mamba mentality, a mindset built on discipline, focus, and realness improvement. His sprints were scraped before anyone else. He was already in the gym training in silence, perfecting his craft. He understood that wasn't just a time to work, it was a time to be fully present, to be alone with his thoughts, to visualize his success. That solitude gave him the edge over everyone else. Now you don't have to be a world class to begin from early morning solitude. Even just 15 minutes of quiet time can make a difference. In those moments, you can meditate, journal, or simply sit with your thoughts. You can focus on your breathing, listen to your inner voice, and remind yourself of what truly matters. But here's the catch: most people avoid solitude. They fear being alone with their thoughts. They distract themselves with social media, entertainment, or endless tasks because they don't want to sit in silence. But silence is where growth happens, is where in front of your feet and your doubts and your dreams. It's where you gain clarity and directions. Even the greatest leaders in history understood this. Mahatma Gandhi, a man who led a movement that changed the world, dedicated time every morning to solitude. He would wake up early, sit in silence, and reflect before facing the challenges of the day. He believed that if he didn't take the time to center himself, he would be able to lead. The same principle applies to you. If you don't take time for yourself in the morning, the rest of the world will take your time for you. Your day will we feel with distractions, obligations, and interruptions, leaving you exhausted and unfocused. But if you start your day with solitude, you take control. You enter the day with a clear mind, a focused heart in a strong sense direction. So how can you practice solitude in the morning? Start with something simple. Wake up 15 minutes earlier than usual. Just 15 minutes of silence can transform your mindset. Resist that urge to check your phone. Instead, that take a deep breath. Journal your thoughts. Write down your goals, your feelings. Go for a quiet walk. Let your thought flow without distraction. Meditate or sit in silence. Focus on your breathing and let your mind settle. You don't need an hour. You don't need a complicated routine. You just need to give yourself the gift and time to think and breathe, to reconnect with yourself. In the end, solitude in the morning is not about isolation, it's about empowerment. It's about building a foundation of clarity and peace before the world tries to shake you. It's about stepping into your day and as not person react to life, but as a person leading it. So tomorrow morning, before the noise begins, take a moment for yourself, sit in silence, listen to your thoughts, feel the stillness, and in that quiet moment, remind yourself that is where strength is built. That is where clarity is found. This is where success begins. Number five, successful people in their morning routines. Success doesn't happen by accident. It's not luck and it's not just talent. It's the result of daily habits repeated over time with discipline and purpose. Then if you look at the most successful people in the world, you will notice common pattern. They all have a structured morning routine. Morning rituals are not about and rushing into the day, they are about setting the day. Whew. Okay, another ad. I'm going to skip it. Okay, hold on. Okay, okay, there is another ad. I'm going to take a rest. Okay, here I go. Building momentum and taking control before the world demands your attention. A strong morning routine doesn't just help you feel productive, it trains your mind and body for success. Consider Benjamin Franklin, one of the most brilliant minds in history. His morning routine was simple yet powerful. The first thing he did each day was a good shall I do this day? By setting an intention first thing, he ensured that his day had meaning and direction. He then spent time reading, planning, and exercising, knowing that these activities prepared him to perform at his best. His success wasn't just a result of intelligence, it was a result of daily discipline. But Franklin wasn't alone in this practice. Many of the world's top performers, from CEOs to athletes, follow structured morning rituals that allow them to operate at their highest level. Let's break down the key morning habits that successful people in history reach extraordinary heights. One of the most common rituals among heights is waking up with purpose. Instead of hitting snooze multiple times, they get up the moment the alarm rings. This small decision sets the tone for the rest of the day. If you start your day by giving into the 10 or just 5 more minutes, you're training yourself to delay action in other areas of life. But if you wake up immediately, you train your mind to take control. Take Howard Schultz, the former CEO of Starbucks. He wakes up at 4 a.m. morning and following a strict routine, he exercises. He exercises, spend time reflecting, and then drink a first cup of coffee. This structure gives him clarity and focus before the step into the fast pace. The next critical habit is physical movements. Successful people understand that energy is everything. If your body is sluggish, your mind will be too. That's why prioritize exercise first thing in the morning. For example, Barack Obama during his presidency made it an appointed workout every morning. He understood that if he didn't take care of his body, he wouldn't have the energy or mental sharpness needed for the challenges. Whether it is a full workout or just 10 minutes of stretching, moving your body in the morning helps to wake up your system, improve focus, and build discipline. Another powerful ritual is feeding the mind. What you put in your brain in the morning sets the tone for how you think and operate for the rest of the day. Successful people don't start their day by scrolling through social media into or diving into emails. They start by learning something that expands their thinking. Consider Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft. Every morning, he dedicates time to reading and absorbing knowledge from books, articles, and newspapers. He believes that learning is a lifelong process, and by starting his day with new ideas, he starts ahead of the curve. If one of the world's most successful millionaires and find time to read in the morning, so can you? But success isn't just about productivity; it's also about mental clarity and emotional balance. That's why many Heinz start their day with prayer or journaling. One of the greatest examples, Mahatma Gandhi, despite leading one of the most significant movements in history, he never left the stress of the war dedicated state of mind. Every morning he practiced silence and reflection. He believed that he didn't take time to center he wouldn't be able to lead others. Another key practice is visualization and goal setting. Many successful people take time to picture their success, reform their goals, and mentally prepare for the challenges ahead. Take Arnold Schwarzenegger, for example. Long before he became a world champion bodybuilder, a Hollywood star, and governor of California, he used the power of visualization. Every morning, he would picture himself achieving his goals, whether it was winning a bodybuilding competition or starring in blockbuster films by seeing his success in his mind first. He trained himself to take action toward making a reality, but there is the thing. Your morning routine doesn't have to look exactly like these examples. The goal is not to copy someone else's habits, but to find what works best for you. The key is to design a morning routine that energizes you, sharps your mind, and sets you for success. A great morning routine follows a simple formula. Wake up with purpose. No snooze button. Get up as soon as the alarm rings. Move your body. Even a short stretch or a walk can help energize you. Feed your mind. Read. Listen to a podcast or reflect on your goals. Practice mindfulness. Meditate, pray, or journal to gain clarity. Plan your day. Set your top priorities before distractions take over. You don't need to do everything at once. Start small. Choose one or two habits to commit. Then over time, your routine will go and you will start to see the benefits. Success doesn't happen in a single day. It's built consistent action to take every morning. When you create a morning routine that aligns with your goals, you take control of your time, your energy, and ultimately your life. So tomorrow morning, instead of rushing into the day without direction, I think this is the last. I'm almost finished. Take a step back. Start your morning with purpose. Build your routine, transform your mind and body, and watch how your life begins to transform, one morning at a time. Number six, overcoming the challenges of waking up early. Waking up early sounds great in theory, but when the alarm goes off before the sun rises, that's when the real battle begins. Your bed feels warm, your body feels heavy, and your mind whispers just 5 more minutes. Before you know it, those 5 minutes turn into half an hour, and suddenly your entire morning routine is thrown off. This is the challenge that stops most people from becoming early risers. The struggle between comfort and commitment. The truth is, waking up early is not just about setting an alarm, it's about changing your habits, your mindsets, and your approach to sleep. Many people believe they are just not morning people, but that's not true. No one is naturally programmed to wake up at a certain time. It's all about conditioning. If you spend years waking up late, your body is used to that. But just like any habit, it can be rewarded. The first and most common excuses: I'm not a morning person. This statement is one of the biggest lies people tell themselves. The reality is that no one is born a morning routine. It's a behavior, not biological. He looks at a white rock. He works at 4 a.m. every day to train before the war even gets started. Do you think he wants to wake up early? No, he doesn't, because he's trained himself. He pushed past discomfort in pursuit of success. Another major obstacle people face is staying up too late. Many people want to wake up early, but they also stay up watching TV, scrolling through social media, or procrastinating on sleep. You can have it both ways. If you wanna wake up early, you have to prioritize sleep. A great example of this is Steve Cobb, CEO of Apple, who wakes up at 3 4 a.m. The key of this success isn't just waking up early, it's going to bed early. He understands that sleep is a tool, not an inconvenience. Many people sacrifice sleep for productivity, but the truth is lack of sleep makes you less productive. If you're serious about waking up early, the first step is to fix your nighttime routine. Start by setting allows you to get at 6 or 8 hours to sleep. Many people fail at waking up early because they don't respect their sleep schedule. Instead of staying up, start watching Netflix, go into your phone, start winding down an hour before bed. Dim the lights, avoid screens, and read a book or journal. Instead, your body needs signals to prepare for sleep, and the more consistent you are, the easier it becomes. Then there is the issue to waking up early. Struggling, many people try to wake up, but they feel exhausted, and the moment they open their eyes, so they convince themselves that they need more sleep. But feeling groggy when you wake up is normal. It's called sleep inertia. Even the best early feel struggling in the first few minutes after waking up. The difference is they don't let the feeling stop them. The simple trick is to overcome this immediately the moment your alarm rings. Sit up, put your feet in the floor and take the deep breath. Then do something that processes to you with stretching, drinking a glass of water, or taking a cold shower. This immediately tells your brain that the day has started. Another effective trick is plugging your alarm across the room. If your alarm is right next to your bed, you will be tempted to hit snooze. But if you have to physically get up to turn it off, you are already out of bed, which makes it easy to stay up. A small adjustment like that can make a huge difference. One of the most overlooked obstacles to waking up early is having no reason to get up. If you don't have something exciting or important planned in the morning, your brain will struggle to see the point of waking up early. That's why it's crucial to give yourself a reason. Look at Richard Branson, founder of Virgin Group. He wakes up at 5 a.m. every day, but he doesn't just jump. Every day he starts his morning, he exercises, spends time with family, and does things that make him feel alive. I this great motivation to wake up early. If you struggle with finding a reason to wake up, try this. Schedule something enjoyable first thing in the morning, whether it is reading, journaling, working on a personal project, or simply enjoying a quiet moment. Make your morning something you want, not just something you have to. Another challenge people face is giving up too soon. Many try waking up early for a few days, struggle, and then quit. But waking up early is a habit that takes time to develop. You can't expect to transform overnight. Instead of making a dramatic shift, start small. If you currently wake up at 8 o'clock a.m., don't suddenly force yourself to wake up at 5 a.m. o'clock. Instead, wake up 15 or 30 minutes earlier each week. This gradual change makes that trans and more. Hold yourself accountable if you struggle with self-discipline. Find an accountability system. Tell a friend or family member about your goal. Set up a morning check-in. Okay, there is another hour. I think that's all for today. Have a good day. I think I'm going to continue tomorrow. Bye bye.